we blow someone's arm up like that? That's fucking wild. One way or another, Kinosaki be hot as hell. Bro's literally dealing with the conflicting feelings of I'm attracted, but I didn't think I was attracted to a dude. He's being so rude, like, clearly Kinosaki's sharing interest, and you're just being like, like a fucking Minecraft villager. Bro's literally confused. He's like, do I really need a wife? Or do I need a femboy? The dark... Oh, so that's the dark web, the dark nav. Hey, Kinosaki can handle a big piece of meat. Works for me. Drown Kinosaki in his meat juices. That's such a fucking... Oh my god, that's amazing. Before I rescue your boss, does she prefer them with or without glasses is really going to determine how much effort I put in. That can't be human. He's going to rearrange her organs with his water slime. Okay, so it's not as bad as I thought they were going to go. See, I thought he was actually going to physically put the water into the body and then make it expand. Maybe I'm just messed. These goddamn characters out here. They're just, like, casually, like, submerging their face in water, and I'm thinking they're going to violate their intestines with the water. Okay. How did we blow someone's arm up like that? That's fucking wild. Poison Master. You know, I thought episode 1 was pretty good of Marriagetoxin, but episode 2 significantly better to the point that now I'm truly craving the next episode. And I'm here for more. This is some of my highlights. Want to catch a full live reaction? You can head over to the Patreon. But yeah, episode 2, I see the idea better. Like, episode 1 was a very fun, self-contained episode. But yeah, like, I understood the concept of Kinosaki gonna help him end up finding women. And he'll probably fumble the women, or won't like them enough, right? And while the vocal stem of Gerokun, Gerokun is going to be engraved into my mind because I think Kinosaki is an adorable cinnamon roll, I see a much clearer picture of where we're going. It's super interesting because you obviously will have the very obvious, well, initial girl, in this case, initial man, who just pulls off the cross-dressing very well. And at this point, I'm going to accept that Kinosaki is indeed a guy. They didn't really have anything raise an alarm bell that it's actually bait. I think they're pretty genuine. I'm sure it's probably... As far as I know, this is an ongoing manga. If so, they probably have never confirmed nor denied either way. Outside of the I'm a guy, which I guess you could argue is a confirmation. But if you've seen enough anime, you would understand the skepticism some people might have. At the end of the day, it'd be better if he was a guy, let's be real. But I think it would be an interesting concept. You know, the concept of identity and the fact of fitting in. Bro is expected to have a wife. I mean, we already know his sister's gay. Why can't he be gay, right? But whatever he decides to fall on, as long as you write it well, that's all that matters. He's already very flustered around Kinosaki. He's very much clearly attracted to Kinosaki, right? The only thing he's unsure of is what's between the legs. Can he adjust for that? I don't know. I guess we'll find out. The thing about this show is that we knew that there was going to be multiple potential romantic interests. I didn't realize they would probably all come from rescue missions or missions in general. And the fact that his entire life has been, I only kill people I think are morally irredeemable. Kinosaki comes in and says, what if you used your abilities to help? Well, my abilities aren't suited for helping. What if they were? So then we pick up a mission where there's this thief who is stealing paintings from rich people to give them back to basically their original owners. It's kind of like a reverse Robin Hood in terms of instead of like giving, you know, gold to the poor from stealing from the rich, you're basically just giving back shit to their rightful owners who are unable to maybe legally buy them back. Maybe they had to sell a painting to pay for a medical bill. Maybe they got robbed. Who knows, right? It's super interesting because now that I see how properly the Wingman dynamic's working, I really fuck with it because on one hand, you're naturally building up Kinosaki and Gero's relationship in terms of their bond. Like the fact that in this episode, we go to try to train him in terms of how he can be better with like small talk. And it's super cute because he's like really weird about it. Like anytime Kinosaki is trying to talk about like, hey, I really like this, he just stands there. He doesn't know how to respond. It's like, okay, but if someone's going to share their passions or they're trying to connect with you and you just stand there like a log, I mean, no one's going to want a second date with you. You have to engage in their desires so they can engage in yours. And I like the fact that while he was super weird about things, there's a couple of moments that stood out. The candy as well as this. He's like, oh, I'm actually interested in this painting if you turn your head. And those are cute things. If we can just harness those in terms of letting his normal self come out rather than this very tense version, he would be a catch. He's an attractive guy. His job can be questionable. We can leave that out until maybe a third or fourth date, unless we rescue said person. But he does have characteristics. I think his biggest issue is he's fucking awkward when it comes to first impressions. That's really where he struggles. Like, bro comes in, saves this woman from getting killed. She's like a master, right? A master of poison. That would go for an arm and a leg. Super concerned. My family, my homies, whatever, probably would have had to sell body parts to pay for you. I wish I was never rescued. The fact that bro can't, in the moment, think of a pickup line. Now, I get it. He's not necessarily trying to secure a date in this exact moment. He's trying to save, and then maybe he can, find a woman after. But come on, guys. I'm not saying you hit on the person who is almost sexually assaulted. But you can be smooth in this moment. Oh, they gave me a picture to look for, and you were so beautiful, I didn't even need a payment up front. You can secure some compliments, but he fumbles. This man needs me to be the wingman, because at this point, I mean, it's fine. If he wants to be with Kinosaki, I support it, I ship it, I'm here for it. But if you're gonna believe that, you're still gonna find a woman out there, you need my help. This man is fucking incompetent. He's awkward as hell. Now, eventually that could be utilized as well. Incompetence, hey, if Sukuna has proven anything, and I've already known this, if you act innocent enough, they can also like that too. So, I mean, there's paths. There's different ways we can work with him. And under my guidance, he would be laid by dinner time, okay? That's all I'm saying. Now, one thing that's very fascinating is this was one of the characters that had me very interested in the opening. I might be fucked up. See, when this happened, cup of water, I'm thinking, oh, interesting. You're going to pour that down her throat. She's going to swallow it, and you're going to control that water from the inside. I'm thinking, okay, maybe you can't just naturally control the general fluids in their body. Maybe it has to be a specialized water. But very interesting, because if you can control water, you could literally, it'd be in her intestines and you'd be able to fucking, like, you wouldn't have to rip it completely, but that would hurt like a bitch. Turns out, no, we were just basically waterboarding her. Apparently I'm more messed up than the torturers in this show. Makes sense if you think about it. But either way, really good episode. I think, in a way, it does function similar to episode 1, but I think it's more engaging. I feel like I understand the characters and the concepts a bit better, and I think, in a way, I'm not watching, I think the second season's airing right now of Mission Yozakura Family. I never finished season 1. But in a way, the show kind of functions in a similar way of, like, kind of spy espionage bullshittery with a magical tinge to it, but with a more adult cast and more emphasis put on romance. Like, that's kind of how it feels to me, and I'm really liking the show overall. I saw a lot of people very much like episode 1, and I felt like, not that I didn't understand why people liked it, but I felt like I didn't like it maybe as much as some people did. I thought it was entertaining, but it wasn't like a top 10 most anticipated of the following week. I can say now, next week, this is in a top 10 most anticipated of next week for me. Great stuff. You can let me know your thoughts down below. Do you think there's any hope for our boy in terms of romance? Kinosaki, absolutely. Be blushing up a storm and finding him adorable, but for the other women, I don't think so. Not without my guidance. Your thoughts, though, make sure you drop a like, share your support, subscribe, ring that bell, and of course, Patreon for live reactions you live over there, and other exclusives, because I got to give those videos shout-outs, because without my patrons, wouldn't get these YouTube videos at all. Alright, so today I got L.A. Ray, Plato's Chicken, Jimmy Carroll, We're Almost Taken, Holmes, Jay Monaco, 1000CH, and we also have Cody, Tiffany, so I appreciate the support. Please take care. Have a good one.